Okay, we're going to be doing some hammer drilling. As long as I got one person there, I'll start talking about it. This is the rigid high torque hammer drill, 1250 inch pounds, 2000 RPMs, and it puts out 32,000 beats in concrete. Now the bit on this is brand new. It's a CMT orange tool bit. It is 1 3/4 inch. Got it at Menards. So let's wait for some more people to come on. Okay, rigid. R861152, their high torque hammer drill with the brand new 4 amp max output EXP 2100 tablet cell battery with a brand new CMT orange tool bit. This is 1 3/4 from the Menards. Okay, we're going to try the new tablet cell battery first here. Let's see if it'll even go into here. And speed 2. Okay. Brand new bit too. It's not going to come out anyhow because this is 3 inches. And if you see here, it's not going to come out. It'll go all the way down as far as it'll go. 3 inches. This, let me get my tape measure. Tape measure. But I buried it all the way up to the chuck. This is only a little more than 2.5 inches, so it's not going to make this 3 inches. But it went. Let me get the old blower. Okay. So I got debris in here. This is kind of a big test for a bit like this. You know, most guys just go through 1 2x6. They're not trying to go through 3 inches. Yeah, that's it. That's as far as it goes. Okay, now let's take the brand new battery off, which is the tablet cells, and let's put down the battery that came out 6-7 years ago, the 3 amp octane, 21,700 cells, but not tablets. Okay, now let's not go where the the knot is. Let's go here. Okay, we just did that one. Wow. That didn't even pop through. Neither one will. Okay. Now let's pull the 3 amp octane off. Let's put the big 8 amp hour max output EXP with the 21,700 cells, but they're not tablets. Okay. I got a feeling the new battery's the fastest. Buried it all the way up to the chuck. Yep. All the way up to the chuck. Okay. Now that we did that, we're going to run the Ryobi on its 2 batteries that are worth owning. And I'll compare the times later on when I watch my video over again to who was faster. This, of course, has 1,250 inch-pounds, the rigid. The Ryobi only has 750. They need to redo this and make it put out what the rigid puts out, and they need to make the rigid and make it put out what the new Milwaukee puts out, which they'll never do. Okay. Now, okay, I go get the bit out. This is a fairly cheap drill bit. You can get at Menards, about 20 bucks. I want to get the Milwaukee one, but you know, it's a lot of money, and I won't spend that right now. I'll wait till next month. Okay. Now, the Ryobi has 2,100 RPMs, but it's only 750 inch-pounds. But it has 31,000 beats per minute in concrete. Okay, now let me get a battery. Let me go and get the new Edge battery. This is the tablet cell technology. Make sure I got it in every mode. Got it in speed 2. That's as far as it'll go down. And it did kind of cut out, but I kicked it back in. Okay. Let's pull off the new Edge battery. And put on their 8 amp high output 21700 cell, but not tabless. They only make one bigger than this. They're 12 amp. Okay, make sure it's still chucked good. Cut out. Okay. This drill doesn't have as much power, but what do you expect to 750 inch-pounds? Rigid is 1,250. That's what the old Milwaukee used to be at the 3rd gen hammer drill. Okay. Now we did that. Now let me see what's next. Okay. Okay. Let me adjust the camera. Now we're going to do some hammer drilling. This is where they're going to be awful close to one another. Because the rigid puts out 32,000 beats per minute into concrete. This bit is used, but oh well. Okay. Okay. Now let me get the right battery. Actually, let's leave the 8 amp hour on. Because we're going to try it with the 8 amp. Then we're going to try the Ryobi with the 8 amp. Okay. Yeah, they're both still fully charged. That wasn't much of a torture test, but it was enough. Now let me get some hearing protection. Let me turn another light on. Yeah. What? I'm going live right now. I'm going to get it done before it gets too dark. Okay. Okay, we got 65. Okay, let me put my glasses back on. Like I say, 1,250 inch-pounds, that doesn't matter. This has got 32,000 beats a minute in concrete. The Ryobi has 31,000 beats. They both have 8 amp hour batteries on them now. 21,700 cells, but not tabless. Okay, let's put her in hammer mode. Let's chuck the bit up. Okay, 1,250 inch-pounds, 32,000 beats per minute. This is a 1/2 inch. Okay. Now, let's go get the other battery. Okay, this is their latest battery. Tabless. Nothing else in there, okay. Okay. Let's get the 3 amp octane. This is 21,700 cells. Okay. Now let's go on to the Ryobi. Okay. This has 31,000 beats per minute. Let's put her in hammer mode. We'll do her over here. Make sure we're chucked up good. Okay. Now, let's take off and put the edge battery on it. Okay. Make sure it's chucked up good. The new tablet cell battery, the edge. Okay. Those are the only two batteries worth running on the Ryobi tool. They're both 21.700 cells. The difference is the small 4 amp is tabless. Okay. Okay, got that there. Put the blower over here. Now I'm gonna set up for some more testing. Yeah, I'm glad. I don't mind looking like Jack Black. I just don't act like him. Of course, Milwaukee's better. But don't forget, Ridge is the middle brother, and they're owned by Emerson. Emerson tells TTI what to do. And at one time, their high torque impact wrench put out more beans than the Milwaukee did at one time. Okay. Now let's figure out what's next. I gotta charge some batteries. The drill testing is all over with right now. Okay. Figure out what we're going to do. I'm probably going to end up doing the impact wrenches, the compacts. Okay. Okay. Now, get the drills out of the way. Compact impact wrenches. This is the Ryobi PSB IW25. This is their compact. They both have the same amount of RPMs with the rigid. Let me get the rigid. Now this is considered a subcompact. This is the R872081. They both have the same RPMs and the same impacts. Just that the rigids, well, rigid's a lot smaller. Subcompact. Okay, let's figure out what I'm going to do here. Let me get some batteries ready. Okay. Let's run the big 8 amp hour on the Ryobi. And we'll run the big 8 amp hour on the rigid. Now I got to set up for this. The octane battery is still charging. Don't forget that's an older battery. They made those back in, I think the last time they made them was 1920 or 21. So I got it back in 22. So let me figure out what we're going to do here. One thing, let me blow all this off. Okay. Now, let me see what I'm going to run with them. I don't know what I could run. One apiece. I could run these giant legs here. These are 10 inchers. Let me see first. No, I'm not going to run them. They'll come out the bottom. Nope. Okay. Let's figure out what's next. Let me find some bits here. Some test subject matter. What do I got here? Okay. These are brand new. Okay. Let's just run ones where I got to run sockets. One of these. Okay. That limits it. We'll just run all this. These are brand new. These are 3/8 by 5-inch legs. I haven't even used them yet. Okay. Let's put the impact wrenches up here. Like I said, they both have the same specs. The only difference is subcompact, subcompact, compact. They both have 8 amp hour batteries too. Now let me find a bit. Open this up. Not even going to run these at all. Okay. Let's see how many there are here. 8 pieces, that's 4 apiece. Okay. Maybe we'll run some of the bigger ones too. Let me get a socket. Actually, two matching sockets. Let me find two matching sockets here. Well, we hit it. These are 9/16. Nope. Well, what I could do is swap the. What I'll do is I'll just get them regular small sockets. Forget the big long ones. These are nice, but forget it. We're running into softwood anyhow. Here we go. There's one. Don't feel like taking the socket off and on. Let me find it here. I got to dump this out. Gotta have another one somewhere. Yep, found one. It's a little bit smaller, but that's life. I'll put it on what I think is a stronger impact. Oh, 3/8, can't use it. Back to square one. I have to look at my other toolbox. Okay. I'll have to look at my other one. That was 3/8. Okay. See if I can find just a chrome socket. It's going to be life. I really don't want to have to switch out that long socket. Even though I could, there's only what, 8 of them? Not really. Let's just use a chrome socket. We'll get the chrome socket to the Ryobi. This is a stronger unit anyhow. I know I've used it. Okay. It beats it now. It does it on sheer power. Where's my helmet? Right over there. Okay. After we run 4 of them a piece with their 8 amp hour 21/700 cells, we'll run the other 4 with their tabless ones. Okay. This is rigid R872081. 8 amp EXP output, max output, 21/700 cells. Well, it moved up. That's life. Let's do it on this end. As long as it goes in. Okay. Now here we go with the the Ryobi. Okay, now let's pull the big batteries. Okay. Now, let's run their tabless batteries. Okay, let's go with the Ryobi first with the edge battery. Now the rigid with its tabless battery. Okay, now back to the Ryobi. Now back to the rigid. Now let's remove them. Let's put this further down. Okay, let's just use the tablet cells batteries. Let me get some gloves. Four apiece. Okay, let's see what they're both at. Found the 3 cells on the edge battery. And still fully charged on the rigid. What do you know? Okay. Now let's see what's next. Let's go take some legs out. Let's take some legs out. Make sure I'm in the focus with the, let me. Yeah. Okay. Now, we'll run the Ryobi with the 8 amp 21/7 cell. And I'm going to show the power difference too between batteries here. Okay. Okay. Now, we take these sockets off because I don't think these are going to fit. No, they're not going to fit anything. Okay. Let's see what we're going to go with first. Got the 4 amp regular battery here. It's 18650 cells. Here's your 8 amp EXP battery with 21/7 cells. And for the Ryobi, 21/7 cells. So let's figure out what we're going to take off first. Those are all small, but not that small. And these go somewhere else. We're not going to do those tonight. And we'll try to take out some big ones. I only got one big one to do. Okay. Now, let's go with the rigid first. Okay, rigid. RH72081 with their 8 amp EXP battery, 21 700 cells. Let's go with this one. Okay. Now let's take that battery off. Let's put the 4 amp hour 18650 cell on. Okay, let's go with this one. Okay. Now, let's go with the new 21 tablet cells, 4 amp EXP. Okay, let's take that off. Let's put the 3 amp octane on. Okay. Now we've expelled this tool. For now. Let's just leave the most potent batteries here. Let's leave the 4 amp. It'll be versing the 4 amp. But right now, I'm going to put these other back on the charger and break out the Ryobi. Okay. Okay. Now let's run the Ryobi, the PSBIW25 compact with the big 8 amp high performance 21 700 cell battery. Okay. Okay. Wow, that's a hot one. Okay, let's pull that off. And put the new Edge battery on, the tablet cell battery. Okay. Now, we're done with that one. Let's just run the tablet cells against the tablet cells. And I only got 2 big ones left. Okay. Ryobi, PSBIW25 compact impact wrench. The new Edge battery down to 3 bars. Shouldn't affect it. Okay, let's go with these big legs. Look how big those are. Big enough. Okay. Not warm yet. Still on 3 bars. Okay. Now, that's a big enough socket. I'm using the same socket on both, and these both have the same RPMs and impacts per minute. Now, still on 4 bars with the new max output 21 separate cell tablets. This is another big one. Okay, it's a little warm. High speed. Same size. I only got 2 bigger ones than that, and they're put in the big log over here. And I'm not going to remove those with these. When we get to the testing later in the week, I'm going to be running the mid torque and the high torque rigid. It's going to be just rigid. I don't have any mid torque Ryobis or high torque Ryobis. That's the only thing I don't have. I never really wanted to buy any more. There's nothing really that really interests me. You do it with a 3-on. Yeah, I don't know. Snap-ons are what? Kind of expensive. I would imagine it would do it, but like Shop Tool Reviews. Remember he did the brand new snubby Snap-on versus the brand new stubby Milwaukee. We all know who won that, and we all know they're way cheaper. But yeah, I got nothing against all these power tools, but whatever you like. I'm just not spending $800 or $900 on one impact wrench and 2 batteries and a charger. I can get Milwaukee and DeWalt all day long for $300. So yeah, these are both nice tools. Like I say, they both have the same RPMs and they both have the same impacts. It's just what flavor do you want? The middle brother at Home Depot or the baby brother? And like I say, the subcompact, sometimes it does keep up with the compact Ryobi, sometimes. But this is much smaller to get into tight areas, and this is 1/2 inch, not 3/8 drive. Yep, and like I say, I like this because it's real small, and I also have the right angle impact wrench through them. I don't have anything through Ryobi because they ain't got enough power. We might end up putting the right angle impact wrench into rotation too, later in the week. What I want to do next now is probably do some more drilling with not such big drill bits. The rigid versus the Ryobi. And I want to run all the rigid impact wrenches I have. Let me show you what I have. Other than the compacts, we might run them again too. But this is what I have for rigid. I have their high torque. This is their newest generation. It's only 1/2 inch drive. And I have their old, I bought this new 2 years ago. Their old mid torque octane, which is still a nice, I like the looks of it. I think it looks better than, just plain steel. I don't have their mid torque new one. But we'll be running these. I'll show you we'll be running these on. That'll be tomorrow. We'll be running these on that with all those legs in it and those down there. So that should be able to do it because of all, because of all the power. You know what I mean? I have this one double pegged. There's here and there's here. So we'll run the mid torque and the high torque on all this. And maybe I'll break out the right angle impact wrench too. We might run the compacts a little bit more, but we know the limits on them. Pretty much what we did there, that's the absolute bare limits on them. I mean, you can only, I mean, you can go, I still like this one probably better than the Rio because look how small it is. I mean, size-wise, size-wise, much smaller. Much smaller unit. But this has more power. I don't know why. They both have the same impacts and RPMs. But the Ryobi has more power for some reason. But this is still a nice unit. And they make this in 3/8 too. I don't think they even make any. I wish Milwaukee made an M18 right impact wrench. If Milwaukee were to make a M18 right angle impact wrench, that would be the ultimate. And by the way, we're doing more testing on the new stubbies too. I'm not done with the stubbies yet. Far from it. I'm not even half along on those. Okay, guys. Probably see you tomorrow night about the same time. Bearded Tool Guy signing out.